Thanks for staying with us. The Pan-South African Language Board is having a discussion with Justice Albie Sachs at DUT this evening on the equitable treatment of all official languages within the legal system to promote multilingualism. A conversation that is critical, especially in the context of access to justice. Let's now speak to Professor Lolie Makhubu Badenhorst, who's the PanSALB board chair, who's joining us live this evening. Prof, good evening to you and thank you so much for your time. So perhaps let's start with the importance of having this conversation at this particular climate in the country.
Thank you and good evening to the listeners. Yes, absolutely. It is. It's never not a good time to talk about these matters. It is at the right time, and especially in this particular month, and when a lot of things are happening, be it for our children, be it for anybody else who doesn't converse in the language that we are using right now and who does not even understand what we are saying right now. So it is great, yeah.
And the Constitution, for example, is clear, right, that the state must take practical and positive measures to elevate the status and advance the use of languages. When you look at the context of the legal system, as far as the conversation tonight is concerned, how much of work has been done so far as far as ensuring that this is done in line with the Constitution?
Say that steady but sure, we are getting there. For the fact that, people can give evidence in using their own languages. We as the Pan-South African Language Board, we support them. We don't interfere, but we do support and make sure that people who want to use their own languages, be it the victim, be it the perpetrator, whosoever, everybody has his or her linguistic right to use his or her language. So it is a great opportunity for us to host this here at the Durban University of Technology. And we're hoping that people will take the opportunity and use their languages and then stop using the foreign language and speaking in the language that they don't even understand what they say.
And especially when it comes to, sometimes incriminating themselves. But before we even get into, the rights of those that would be using the system, are you finding that, though, the languages are treated the same when it comes to the legal system?
To a certain extent, I think people are still scared and people still associate intelligence with language. And people, when you give them the opportunity and say, it's okay, you can speak using your language, ungakhuluma, ungathetha, ungabulabula, ungashumayela, and so on, people still feel that, oh, I'm going to be on national TV or not, or on radio. They feel that if they use the Queen's language, they want to be up with the things and they don't take that opportunity. But as a country, we are providing the support.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
We are providing the support that people take up that. So I think the pace is not as much as we would like it to be. Hence, we are having this conversation to say to people that, it's okay to use your language. You don't associate intelligence with the language. So use your language, because when you go outside the borders of this country, people are using their own languages. And lastly, I'm taken aback, by statements. People say that when people are sort of like doing something or doing something illegal, they don't talk about language matters. But as soon as they must appear before the judge, then they don't want it. All of a sudden, they don't understand English. But there's a lot of nuances with regards to that. You wouldn't want to incriminate yourself, as you rightly say that. And people must be given that opportunity to use their own languages.
And it's a right, it's a right, especially when someone chooses that this is a language I want to converse in. It's a right and it mustn't be shunned upon.
Absolutely. It's not a privilege. Some people think that it's a luxury. Gone are the days. We have 12 official languages and we need to be promoting all 12 official languages. If right now I was saying that, I would probably prefer to have this conversation in Isizulu or Chivenda, mean, it's my right to do that. But, you know, there are instances where people want to abuse the rights. But for now, I haven't, you know, such cases are very minimal whereby people abuse the rights. It's just that people, when they want to say, we want to use our languages, then all of a sudden they will say, oh no, don't have interpreters. No, we don't have facilities for that. Oh no, other people won't understand. Which other people? If it's about me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why would I be thinking about, you know, what would other people, because as you rightfully say, I might incriminate myself. So we as PanSALB will say that use language, you are protected by law, and we are here to remind people about that.
And Prof, are you finding that in the court setting, right? Because there are some people, when you read some bodies of work, for example, they say that, you know, there's a lack of legal terminology when it comes to some of the cases, and there's challenges for interpreters, and that's why sometimes they will say that, no, we are not going to be using this language, or there are difficulties and it results in delays. Are you finding that there is still this reason that is being used? Because it does seem that sometimes this is being used in order to try and possibly in some of the cases deter maybe somebody to use their language, but others are saying it's a valid concern because there may not be terminologies. But I wonder, what exactly is the issue here?
I think the chances are 50-50. If not the other way around, probably the chances of saying that we have terminology. I mean, crime or courts or the justice system wasn't like born yesterday or just today, whereby the terminology doesn't exist. The terminology, the vocabulary is there. It's just that people don't want to use it. And some people are lazy, because once I use my own language, then it means that somebody else must then translate or transcribe, you know, to English in order for other people then to understand. So, you know, that's why I'm saying that, you know, it's not necessarily true. You know, in some instances, yeah, we do that. And also that's why at universities we offer, you know, legal interpreting. We offer all these other courses on translation, on interpreting, and also upskilling or giving the court interpreters the necessary equipment that they need. And also some of them are registered part-time at the universities to upskill, to reskill them so that, you know, they can assist our people.
Language is very important. Prof, thank you so much. I'll let you get back to the conversations there. Kodwa ngizosebenzisa-ke ulimi lwami manje ngithi ngiyabonga kakhulu for chatting to us.
Awu, izandla zedlula ikhanda, awu, usufike ekhaya kubonga mina.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Siyabonga kakhulu. That was Professor Lolie Makhubu Badenhorst, who's PanSALB board chair.